Initially, when I thought of abundance versus scarcity, I was relating it to money.
Okay.
Yeah, I was relating it to money.
But it's beyond
But
that.
it's beyond money. Just that
Yeah.
while I was searching and I was writing, I discovered that it's beyond money. Yeah.
Sometimes we actually complain about things because understand we don't really understand what is going on. We are not self-aware.
Yes.
And that is why it's very important to start from that place of having a pragmatic assessment, know exactly what you are dealing with. And once you do that, in my own experience, what I have found out is when I do a pragmatic assessment, I find that the glass is not as empty as I thought.
There is still something
There is still something there you can use.
Yeah.
There is still something there you can actually celebrate. And so once you have that assessment and you discover, and everybody has something to celebrate, it begins to change. And then when your mindset begins to change, now you're looking at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. Now, when you begin to look at the glass half full, what that does is it gives you energy. You mentioned, Venita, that some of the people listening to us might be drained.
Yeah.
That expression drained is drained of what? Of energy, of hope,
Oh.
of vitality,
Yeah.
of determination to push ahead. But when you begin to celebrate those little things that you have, then it begins to give you that energy. It begins to give you that vitality. It begins to build in you that sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And then from there now, you can begin to take small steps.
Yeah.
You can begin to make baby steps to take you to where you want to go. To take you to where you want to go. And as you do that, one element that is absolutely, important is trusting God along the process. That has been, for me, in my experience, that has just been a non negotiable element.
Yeah.
The belief that God is faithful, even when things around me do not seem to suggest that He is faithful. That resolute sense of trust that no matter what is going on, God is going to take me there.
And it doesn't always end that bad because I would say I've had my own share of a lot of scarcity moments down out I when I moved out of the family house, I didn't know that I was going to keep on being on my own. I thought maybe after a year I'll have to move back, but I did not entertain that thought as an option. I didn't put it as an option. I had one option. I will strive. I will move from one top to another. And sometimes you don't move immediately to the next top.
Exactly.
Before you get to the next stop, you see things trying to you face circumstances trying to drain you, trying to pull down your belief and making you forget what you said to yourself, and also it could also drain your spiritual life.
Yes.
So it's not something we say, I'm going to be rich tomorrow, and you wake up and you're rich tomorrow.
No.
No. Between you and getting rich tomorrow, there is a gap like this. And between you and that gap like that stands your mindset, which is the abundance and the scarcity mindset, which now comes now as determinant.
Yes.
To determine if you're going to get to that level, because you made factors, and between the way, if you decide to take on the scarcity mindset, I'm sorry, you do.
yeah, yeah. You stay, you
You
stay where you are.
yeah. Before, I used to say that when I was in secondary school, I want to become a journalist, a best journalist. I want to be like international person, work at this person. But the period in which I am in my life, I felt a lot of scarcity. But even during the scarcity moment, I still tell myself, I will get there.
Yes.
But when you look at how you will get there,
Yes.
you don't see how you will get there.
Exactly.
But I stay there. So that's why, because I'm aware, or because I'm knowledgeable about positive mindset and how your thinking can shape you,
Yes.
I tell myself, even though the path is not clear, I know that I should get there. So what happens is I try to put in the right character so that when whatever I aim for myself comes, it should meet me at my best.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That there, you just touched on the key point,
Yeah.
the character.
Character. I believe so much in
That
character. Like yeah.
That is central
Yeah.
in this conversation as well.
Yeah.
The character. Because sometimes even when we're going through those moments of scarcity, I mean, for those of us who are people of faith, and we know many people listening to us are people of faith, even those who might not be people of faith. Character, it works for everybody.
It does.
It works for everybody because character is what actually helps us to thrive.
Yeah.
Because when you have character in that moment of scarcity most of the times helps you to build that character, that when the abundance comes in reality, you will be able to flow properly in that abundance. There are many people who have gotten into abundance in reality without that character, and it has actually destroyed.
Yeah.
It has actually destroyed them. So I just wanted to just agree with you
Yeah.
to say that point you made about character, it's a very
You see, we're
important
talking
point.
about character and I'm getting tears because there is so much power in character.
Mhm.
Everybody, I was called at one time that I was referenced for on someone's CV, and the lady was asking me, "Oh, please, can you tell me more about this person? How skilled do you think this person is?" And I told her, I wouldn't say that this person is that skilled, but she has one very important skill that is it's rare and is more highly appreciated. So I told her that this lady might not know everything given to her, but she has the character that is willing to learn.
Awesome.
Which is the wealth in any company, any institution, any place you find yourself, the zeal to learn, the character put in place to be open enough to learn, which is, I don't know how I can emphasize, but that's going to be on another topic.
Okay.
This character, we're going to develop a
Yes,
topic on
yes, it is worth
we will develop a
spending.
topic.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to develop a topic for that. I am this has been very refreshing and so grounding, Pastor Joe. Or Pastor Uncle Joe.
Yes.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
I want to ask you one final question.
Okay.
What are three simple ways someone can begin shifting from a scarcity to an abundance mindset, no matter their background?
Okay. So, like, I've already mentioned this, so in a sense, we are concluding some of the thoughts that just some of yes, bringing it together. So, number one, celebrate what you have. That is just something that and I'm just going to give an example, like for myself. Every day I take our children to school. We have two children, Princess and Parker.
Okay.
And it's usually my responsibility to drop them off at school. And every day I'm taking them. We spend time in the car,
Yeah.
pray as I take them to school. And I tell them, when you're praying, the first thing you do is thank God for five things. So what I'm doing is inculcating in them that habit of celebrating what we have. And when you do that, it really helps you to shift from that half empty glass to half full glass. There are other people who would use the expression count your blessings. That's another way of saying, yeah, celebrate what you have. Count your blessings. All of us, no matter where you are in life, you have blessings to count. And then number two is grow in your trust in the Lord. Think about how God has been faithful. I mean, even people who do not walk closely with God, God does things in their lives as well. So for some people, they will not even want to say God. Maybe they want to even say the supreme being, yeah, or whatever, they're right? Trying to run away. Yes, yeah, or the supreme being or whatever. But there are things that happen in all of our lives that we usually cannot explain. Of course. Nobody can explain. Yes, the safety sometimes that the Lord gives us when we travel and so on and so forth. Yeah. Think about those things that God has done, and that helps you to build your trust to say, you know what? He can do it again. It's just like Venita. This is somebody, uh, myself talking to you and talking to your audience. I can tell you from my experience that everything, as I look as I look back, yeah, the years that have passed, and I think of the things that I was praying for and believing God for, I'll tell you that all. So when I use the word all, I mean those things that I was hoping for in the past, believing God in the past, in that abundance mindset. I have seen them happen. Of course, there are other things that I'm now believing God for that are yet to come. Yeah. Now, one of the reasons I am so gung ho on those things is because I look at the past and I say, there was a time when I was trusting God for such and such, and here it is. There was a time when I was trusting God for this and this, and I can see that it has happened. Even being in Cameroon at this time, it's something that um, was in our prayers for some time, because it's been 8.5 years, wow, since we lastly visited Cameroon as a family. So this is an answered prayer? Yes, it is an answered prayer, and it didn't just happen. It has always been there, and we were like, oh, we need to go home. We need to go home and spend time with people. And so, even though we were missing home and sometimes feeling bad and so on and so forth, but we were celebrating the opportunity to minister to the people there in Malawi. Mm-hmm. But then we were looking forward to this time, trusting God and taking action. And lo and behold, the Lord has made it possible. And so that actually leads us to the last point, which is work on your dreams. It's not just going to happen. You can sleep on that bed, have the best thoughts. It's good to have those thoughts, but you need to get out of that bed and work on something. And sometimes you can work on big things from right away. Sometimes you can only work on small things. I always encourage people, baby steps are very important. Remember, there was a time when that's what all of us could do literally in our lives, make
Yeah.
baby steps.
Yeah.
But look at where we are now. We can run, we can do all sorts of stuff. But there
Yeah.
was a time when we were just crawling. I mean, like physically,
Of course.
and just taking baby steps. So if all you can do is take baby steps, take those baby steps. Don't postpone action.
This is all. Oh, thank you. I keep saying thank you. I never say thank you because a lot of the things you say it actually resonates with me. Like if we have to keep talking, we will go on and on and on. So there was a very important point that you actually brought up, which was having it in your thought. You said you guys, you and your family
Yes.
had it in mind to come to Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't see how that would be possible. So, but
Yes.
you kept praying about it. It was answered. 8 years.
Yes, 8 years.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes.
8 years
Eight
after. So
years. Yeah.
you might think coming to Cameroon is simple, but to
Mhm.
other people it's a dream. A
Mhm.
dream come
Mhm.
true.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that what happens.
Yeah.
It wasn't his thoughts. He thought about it. And not just thought about it. He worked on it. Am I
Exactly.
correct?
Absolutely.
Because you were looking for opportunity.
Yes.
Because I always say something. If you don't think about it, you will miss the opportunity when it comes because you wouldn't even know it's an opportunity.
Exactly.
That's because you didn't think about it.
Exactly.
So to add to what Pastor Joe has said, to you watching who feels drained, who feels discouraged, there's one thing I want you to take home. Don't be scared to dream and don't be scared to make baby steps when you dream. You just stick to the simple ones. You go out of school, you're done with school, you have a degree, you even have a master's, and you've been searching for a job. I didn't say you're sleeping and hoping for a job. No, you're searching for a job. You're putting your CVs, you're telling people to recommend you, and you've stayed home for 5 years. You don't have a job. It's not for you to give up. No, someone might just come to you that, hey, there's a sales girl opportunity. Would you like to work for this? Please don't say no. Because those are the baby steps we're talking about. It might not fit your profile at that time, but those are baby steps you need to take to get out there. I always say, seize every opportunity you have in this life. And before seizing that opportunity, think, dream, and wish, then you walk. So Pastor Joe has just confirmed that. I'm very happy. Thank you for sharing your experience
My pleasure
and
indeed,
real
Benita.
life stories. I just hope someone out there listening has picked a lot. So to everyone tuning in, remember, abundance isn't about having more. It's about seeing more.
Exactly.
It's about believing more, and it's about giving more, even when it seems hard. So, on that remark, I want to thank you all for tuning on to the Farmer podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, review, and share to somebody that you think or you know that needs to hear more about abundance versus scarcity mindset. Thank you very much. This is your girl Vanita for the Farmer podcast, and you have a great evening, day, wherever you are. Thank you. Bye. Initially, money it's not something
That
that
wasn't
I
an
put
appeal.
in front
Yeah,
of
strong
yeah.
appeal. Yeah.
Even in the job side, I always try to not put money
Mhm,
before a
mhm,
relationship.
mhm,
It feels like it's not good. So,
mhm. Yeah, no, that's a good
yeah.
posture.
Yeah.
It's a
So
good posture.